And we are going. What's going on with everybody? It is your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in a green dungeon, getting into your real raw rugged. And I got someone on the other line, man. He's very, very comfortable today, man. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Who we got here?
What's up, y'all? I'm Rick. Rick Wilson. What's going on?
Hey, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I was performing on the news this morning, so like I kind of been like my swing of the day is a little bit thrown off, but I'm getting slowly back getting into it.
Yeah.
You know.
How was that? How was performing on the news?
It was good. It was good. I was just kind of tired. I should have got more sleep, but and I just kind of fuzzy, and then I was kind of cursing a lot in the song and talking about how I was punching bigots in the face. So I was trying to figure out how not have my lyrics so dirty and how not to curse. So I'm altering my lyrics while I'm rapping. It's kind of a challenge.
Did you slip up?
No, I didn't slip up. I didn't slip up, but I did get all my points across. Type shit.
Got you. What'd you perform?
I did this song called American Runs on Disco. And then I did this other song called Missing My Window. So Miss My Window is fun because it's about just cheeky stuff. And American Runs on Disco is talking about how I only want to, I want to kind of the type of America I want to live in and how I don't want to dance with Nazis and shit like that. So
Got you. Did you get interviewed at all there?
yeah, they interviewed me, but they interviewed me and they asked questions and stuff. But it was I didn't know how much I could get into it because I was on the news. So I was just I was trying to I was giving some bland answers and just smiling.
I mean, I know I've seen news interviews, and usually it's kind of the same thing. It's usually it's the white people fake smiling with, "Oh my gosh, that was so good," and you kind of gotta
Yeah,
fake it
exactly.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and it's just I'm just I don't I with news interviews. It's I read we're not really doing real stuff. Y'all don't want me to say real stuff because y'all don't even want me to say damn. So I got to I got to talk about something real. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because in the news they'll be yes, we just bombed this city in the Middle East, and look at these dead babies that we just bombed. Well, hold on, wait a minute, but you cannot say nigga on here, all right? You cannot say nigga. I was what the fuck?
Well, I mean, Trump just dropped the f bomb like a couple hours ago on TV. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, he said, what did he say? He said, he was talking about Israel and Iran, and he was like, essentially, these countries don't know what the fuck they're doing. He just walked away.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
So maybe you could have dropped the N word. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe I could have dropped the N word.
You
Yeah.
know?
And then I was it was weird because I'm in this room full of all these people looking at me, and they definitely overcrowd me, and I'm just saying, we lived already with Nazis, and I'm just looking at them, and I'm trying not to laugh, so I kind of messed up a lyric afterward. Because just I'm pretty sure I feel it's a lot of rap motherfuckers that just don't talk about shit like that no more. Or I don't know, maybe they might talk about it amongst it, but also people don't even know really even understand what Nazis were. So it's hard for them to even really have an opinion on it because it's always filled with some weird fallacy.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I would hope people know what Nazis are. I don't. I hope niggas aren't that dumb.
I don't know. Niggas are pretty dumb though.
Niggas are dumb, but not knowing what.
Niggas are pretty dumb. Niggas are pretty dumb because niggas will say they don't fuck with Nazis, right? They'll be like, Trump is a Nazi, he's a communist, and he's a dictator leader. And I'm just all those three things don't even make sense. I'm just what? First Nazis weren't communists. You know what I mean?
I was talking to. No, keep going, my fault.
Oh no! And I think they talk about said Nazis, they're authoritarianism, and they're communists. I'm just what, nigga? No, they weren't. They literally weren't. They were actually fighting the Soviet Union.
You know,
the USSR.
I was talking to my 17-year-old cousin, and I was talking about the Holocaust. She was like, "What's that?" And I was like, the Hitler thing. I just call it the Hitler thing. And she was like, "Who's that?" I was like, "Are they teaching you who Hitler is in school at all?" So I don't know.
No, I don't think they are. I don't think they are, which is crazy. Because there's some schools when they teach them the camps and everything, all the camp numbers and everything. But I feel there's a lot of public schools in America where they don't literally teach why or what was Hitler saying they just say he just hated Jews and he wanted to kill all of them. And it's just like,
Yeah.
if they teach them exactly what he was saying, like, yes, he did hate Jews and he wanted to kill all of them. And he created these reasons that didn't exist, which is kind of the same thing that the government we're in is creating reasons that don't exist for not like a certain groups of people. Then all of a sudden, wham, concentration camps. So, yeah. I think if they teach history, it wouldn't repeat itself, but they don't actually accurately teach history. So then when you don't do that, it's really easy for it to repeat itself.
Yeah.
When you know what I mean? Because you're creating idiots, unfortunately.
I think the most interesting thing that I learned in school about the Holocaust was that Hitler basically was like reading up what was going on in America with like Jim Crow laws, and he was like damn, he was like, well, this shit kind of raw. He was like, nigga, I'm finna add some of this in Germany. He was like, well, these fuck niggas snapping. I'm finna, you know what I'm saying? He was like, all right. So I always found it interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting too. I didn't. I heard about that. I never read about that until I was reading. Until I saw the movie Origins, and then I like dove more into like because he was trying to make a connection to the caste systems and the author. I forgot. I'm forgetting her name at the time moment, but that was like really that was the first time because I feel like they've been trying to disconnect those two things for so long,
Yeah.
and not really understanding how intertwined they are. Where they literally like the Nazi Party like was like, oh, we're gonna base this off of the Jim Crow laws. This is great. We'll just take this and just use this in a different way. But they're not black, so what are we gonna do? Oh, they got a different religion than us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we'll use that rage to create, because we just fucked up a whole, because Germany was like, yeah, we just got fucked. We fucked ourselves over with this First World War. How can we bring this shit back, dog? We got to send these niggas off.
It's interesting. I'm like a history guy, so it's interesting. I always like learn about like history and what happened and why it happened. When you was growing up, would you say like the school system taught you sufficient history?
Nah. I got lucky. I was part of this program called the Freedom School. It's called the Chicago Freedom School here. It's a nonprofit. And it's a nonprofit this woman named Miriam Kaba had found it, and then got funded for it. And there they taught us just like social movement histories. They taught us, did identity workshops, and then how we fit into this, like into the system of like capitalism and oppression, and how we oppress people based on our identity and how we're oppressed, and like how to create like intersectionality with all of it. And that was like, got really lucky because I was like 14 years old reading Independent Culture and Press, and then for a while I was like a smart ass, and then I didn't want to be a smart ass, and now then I stopped being a smart ass. I became a mad ass motherfucker, and now I think I'm like now just trying to just tell people, just inform most, and also I still learn it too. I feel like people get that mistaken all the time, but I just think that it's like really simple shit that could be happening right now in the U.S. even with our like mass media, to just make just the whole population just a little bit smarter. But I feel like we're just not really encouraging people we're not encouraging people to literally read. We're talking about banning books. We talking about banning books, bro. We're not even telling motherfuckers what books to read on TV. We're talking about books that we need to ban. Like, what the fuck?
Hey man, niggas just gonna use ChatGPT to summarize the book and be like, all right. Well.
Exactly. People using ChatGPT now. We're not even writing our own essays. You know what I mean? Like people first we weren't even writing them handwriting. Now we was typing them. Now we're not even typing them. We just talking to a system. Like I remember someone was like, "Hey man, you wanna Someone was like, and I refused it. They're like, you should use ChatGPT to come up with a caption. A caption for my post, nigga? I can't write my own caption for my own post. That's how dumb we are.
Wait, time out. Was that like a friend or was that like somebody like a publicist?
Oh man, it's been friends. It's been like people close to me. It's been like sometimes people in the industry be like, hey man, you should use ChatGPT. It's like, bro, come on, bro, this is crazy. You know what I mean?
And you are I have to ask this. You were born and raised Chicago?
Yeah.
Do you know why I'm asking that?
Huh?
Do you know why I'm asking you that question?
Why?
Does anybody ever say you have like an interesting accent?
No. Everyone says I have a weird voice.
Well, I think it's like your act. You sound like you're from like Sweden. or something. Like you sound like a
Really?
European Negro. That's what you sound like. So listening to you talk, it's kind of crazy. I'm like, is this an American nigga? Is this a foreign? What type of nigga is this? This nigga confusing me. So
No, I
you
never.
not from out there?
No. I lived in London. I lived in London for a while. I spent a lot of time in London the last 5 years. I probably spent more time in London than I spent here.
Mm.
But nah, but I'm like, nah. I'm from Chicago.
See, it's not British though. You know what I'm saying? Because like Chicago, because like British people, they got a certain type of accent. Chicago niggas, y'all pronounce stuff funny, and I don't hear you saying those words funny. Because like instead of saying the word like I'm gonna go get in my car, like a Chicago nigga say, oh, I'm finna go get in the car. I'm in the car.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Yeah, I think it's interesting because I don't talk that way around everybody unless like it's like especially during interviews and shit. But I sometimes subscribers interview, but like I don't talk that way unless I'm like getting around like you see me around my cousins and stuff and just come out a lot more. But yeah.
The way you just said cousins was kind of that was some. You sound like a you sounded like a down south nigga right there. So it kind of stems out right there. You said like you're on my cousins. So I'm like, okay, so I'm super duper into accents, dialects, voices. That's always been a thing I'm super duper interested in, just because I'm just interested in like how people sound. Like I'm interested in even like African people. Like African people got deep behind voices for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
their women voices are deeper than our women voices. And
Yeah.
that's super interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like why are these voices so deep and why they sound this? Why they pronounce stuff like this? So just listening to you talk, that was one of my first things. Like he sound interesting. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
dialect is interesting. I think that's the thing that made. I think that's the only thing that separates us from like I think every other animal, right? Is that we can understand different languages
Mm-hmm.
without time,
Yeah.
which is crazy because like so many people only speak one language. I only like speak one language. I can understand a little bit Spanish, but like, yeah, it's interesting.
It's interesting, even the fact like I knew this African girl years ago when I was in high school, and I'd be on the phone with her, and like she'd be talking to me super duper American, and her mom would come to the room, and she'll like, no, I did not do that. I did not do that at all. And then her mom would leave, and she'd be like, so yeah, I'm about to go to the store tomorrow. I'm like, what the, like that's crazy right there. Even them switching it up, because like you said, when you're around your cousins, I don't even think she's purposefully doing that. That's
Yeah,
how I taught to my mama. You talking to your cousins, I don't know if you don't probably not purposefully changing your voice. It's just that's how
yeah.
I sound, and that's just so interesting to me.
Yeah, like I feel like there's like yeah, like if I'm talking to somebody like, there's a lot of friends like I talk to my friends in England. I would not talk to them how I talk to my mom. Well, I will. I'm still the same person, but when I talk to my mom, I'm talking way faster.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And sometimes I can scribble certain words or say like certain things like yo man, what's her face was over there, and then she'll know what I mean. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But if I tell a British person, just say what's her face? what, can you can you explain to me what do you mean? What's her face? Man?
You got a good London impersonation. That's good. That's good. That's really good. Do you have a London slang word, like one that you love and one that you just like? This is a terrible slang.
Yeah. I don't know. So this is okay. So I like two London things a whole lot. I feel like I just London, like maybe South London. I don't know, but isn't it
They do say in
right?
it a lot. Yeah.
And I go toilet. Like you at the pub, you say, "Oh, I go toilet." They don't say I'm going to the toilet. They say I go toilet. They say I go toilet. It's like okay, cool.
I go toilet. Is that what they say?
I go toilet. Yeah, I go toilet.
Do you say that like now? You're like, oh, I go toilet.
No, well, no, I don't say I go to the toilet, but I say I'm gonna go to the toilet real quick. I'll be back. When I
God.
got back here, and people was like, "Dang, that sound real descriptive," you know what I mean? You know, because in America, I'm gonna hit the bathroom, which
Yeah.
makes no sense because we're not bathing there. But they're like straight on point. They're like, "Yo, I go toilet." You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, all right, motherfucker, blow that bitch up. You know what I mean?
Somebody called me country recently because I said commode. Do you know what the commode is?
No, it's commode.
Yeah, the commode.
Mm-mm.
That's the toilet. That's
The
like, yeah, like
commode.
niggas say I'm
That's
finna go use the
crazy.
commode. That's another way to say
That's
toilet.
crazy. No, my mom said, my mom would be like, yo, I'm finna go to the Phillips station. I was like,
The
what?
Phillips station
The
is
Phillips station,
hilarious.
bruh. The fill up station. She still say to this day.
But y'all up north niggas weird, man, because y'all niggas think it's called pop and it's called soda. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, when you open it up, it don't make this. What do it sound like a soda? No, it sound like a mother. Baby, that's why.
that's funny.
It do like this fucking water, this motherfucker pop open. You know what I mean?
You having a prop on deck for this is hilarious. Nigga pulled it out so quick. That's hilarious. That's fun.
Another thing I like in London, not in London, but in England, because I lived with a bunch of Northerners. They were like from like Newcastle area, and they say, "Oh, lads, you're so lush." Like, bro, she was lush. Like it's just like, damn, like this motherfucker was in love first sight. Like lush.
Lush.
I really thought that was really cool. That was a cool one. And then they'll be like if something was like like a party, we'd be like, oh man, that shit was busting, that shit was lit. And it's like it's a proper belter. It was belting, it was fucking belting, man. And the music was just going crazy.
That's funny.
It's like fucking just, and the vibes were just mental.
Mental.
You wouldn't believe it.
They do love to say mental a lot. No, 3 words that I know that they love to say is bloody, bloody hell. They'll drop a proper, like you said, and they love to say, they love to call things brilliant. Like if they see you perform, they'll be like, "That was brilliant. That was brilliant. That was brilliant." Yeah. They love to drop a good brilliant.
Yeah, people do like brilliant. They like brilliant. Yeah, they like brilliant. And then like it's interesting because like then there's like there's like posh friends that I have. They're like posh. Like they're like just the accent is posh. They're like actually rich, but the accent's posh and it's like southern. And they be saying words that just don't like when we what? It's like Lily Gilly of a time in it. And I was like, you for real? It's like what?
Lily Gilly of a time in it. That's hilarious. Hey,
all right.
I had a Lily Gilly of a time discovering you. When I found out about your music, I had a blast. I was like, this is very fun music right here. Shout out to Pitch Perfect. The people at Pitch Perfect have showed me a lot of great artists, including you.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They really do get a nice eclectic like group of people. I've like met a lot of cool artists through Pitch Perfect, which is cool.
They have
really
a hell of a roster.
Quality. Yeah, they keep quality good, which is good. You know what I
mean? When I got sent over you, I was like, okay, I've never heard of Rick Wilson. Let's give him a listen. And I was sent the album before it came out, and I was like, I like this. I was like, let me go listen to some more stuff. So then I went to go listen to Cluster Funk, and the song Cluster Funk, I was like, this is amazing. This is great stuff right here. So then I went back to listen to the album, and dog, you did your thing on here, bro. Like this is definitely like a super duper fun album that I hope people do not sleep on. Freaking Chicago to London is, I can't get that out of my head, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me see that disco ball. Let me see that disco ball. You know what I'm saying? From Chicago all the way to London, let's see how we coming. Bro, that song is so hard, bro. That literally will not escape my head. So I say all that to say, what a fun project.
Thanks, man. Yeah. No. My cousin, my guy, Frizzy Get Busy is the one that did the song with. I never really done like a pop in my collar ass song, so that was like the first one I kind of like really did, and it was fun to do it. That was like a really just fun song to like make. My homie KMV made that beat. Fucking, it was dope. Bunch of Midwest boys. Yeah. I just got back from London too, and I had my like global entry card out, and my cousin he's like, oh, you all around the world, Oh, we gotta make a song about this, and boom, it's kind of how that happened.
Hey, shout out to Frizzy, man. He got busy on this song, man. Frizzy got busy on this song for real.
Frizzy got busy on this song.
Frizzy did get busy on this bit, man. That boy did get busy. Was he the one on the hook too?
Come and get these. Yeah,
it's like somebody with like a deeper. It's like, come and get this disco ball. Like,
that was him.
Yeah, I like that. That junk was so hard, bro. Love that song. First of all, the way you start off with "They Can't Get Next to You," the first thing I think about is if this wasn't called America Runs on Disco, this easily could have been called like cocaine and rollerblades. Like that's what it sound like. It's this whole album sound like cocaine and rollerblades to me, bro. Fire, dog. It's you know what I'm saying?
If you feel me,
you know what I'm saying, boy. I know a nigga jacked up off that white girl listening to this, man. You know, I can't get next to you,
with
next
the
to
top
you.
down,
You know, with the top down, man, nigga just hitting you feel me, nigga hitting a bankhead bounce. They can't get next to you, hey, next to you. That junk is fire, bro.
I always wanted to, I wanted to make something that kind of felt like the up-tempo, like Isley Bro feel, you know what I mean? And my homie Josh Funk, Franco, they made that beat and they kind of sent it to me. And I kind of worked on that. It was like 2023 I did that joint. I've been working on this project. I've been doing songs from this project for a while, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to get it out because it's really it's an EP, actually. It's just a long-ass EP. It's an EP. And it's really just getting excited for this final solo debut album because we were working on it before COVID, and then Terrace hit me up, and Terrace was like, "Yo, this is dope. We got in the studio. We just supposed to just make a couple of tunes," and he's like, "Nah, let's just make a whole project." And I was like, "Cool. Well, dropping a project with Terrace Martin, we're pushing all that shit back. You know what I mean?" Then was on tour, and then COVID happened, so we was like, "Okay, cool. We obviously need to push this shit back and wait till it makes sense to drop some shit with Terrace." Then we thought it was a good time to drop it with Terrace, which was a good time because then everyone had house parties, you know what I mean, or whatever, everyone parties to themselves for our stuff. In the world, then right when I was supposed to finish the album, my dumb ass moved to London. So I went to London for a year, made the trip with Yellow Days, and then came back and did the shit with Chromeo and A-Trak. So it was just kind of I was like, well, if I keep having all these dope people that want to make projects with me, let's just keep making. I just like to work with people.
Yeah.
And then whenever it's the right time, I'll drop, this debut. I was in no rush, you know what I mean? I was able to get a little house on the south side of Chicago. So I was like, I wanted to get the crib. And then once I did the crib, I was like, well, I'm going to take my time and drop this shit how I want to drop this.
Hey, nice little crib too, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Nice little crib,
yeah. It's like a little cottage.
I like it. I like the blue walls. I'm a big fan of colored walls and in the house.
That's what I said. Yeah, I like the blue walls too. Yeah.
I would say look at the green. You know what I'm saying behind me. I like the color.
Yeah.
You know
when I got this house, the Puerto Ricans owned it before I got it, and every single room was a different color. And I was just like, fuck yeah. And I kept the shit exactly the way it was.
That's hard. Shout out to the Puerto Rican niggas, man. That's hard, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Puerto Ricans, you know what I mean? They've been going crazy this month. This is June right now. We're recording this, y'all, and all this Puerto Rican flags everywhere. I don't even know what day Puerto Rican Day is, bro. I just think it's a month now. It's Black Music Month, Pride Month, and Puerto Rican Month. They just turned that shit into this. Because I really don't know when the day is. It's just every single weekend it's just busting with Puerto Rican flags on cars. And some of them niggas don't be looking Puerto Rican. I'd be like, you know what I mean? You look a little Korean. But I was like, all right, cool, whatever. You go ahead. How your flag out, dog?
That's the one thing about up north is definitely more diversity. Because it ain't tons of Puerto Rican niggas where I live in Jacksonville, Florida. It's not flooded with Puerto Rican niggas at all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jacksonville, Florida is black people, American black people, and American white people. That's really much what it is. So if you see I can't tell you I don't think I've ever met a Italian person with an Italian accent in my life, in real life. In Jacksonville.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that I see on TV. That's not real life to me, you know?
Yeah, that's real. No, I did in Chicago I didn't really meet an Italian with an Italian accent. Which is interesting because there's a big Italian community here, but they came in so long ago that the people that are left now are probably the grandkids of the people that came off the boats. And then I'm growing up with their grandkids. So, people don't really... When some people say they're Italian in Chicago, it's you know what I mean? Yeah, are you sure? You know what I mean? Can you get the citizenship?
Yeah.
Can you get the citizenship? You know what I mean? My DJ, a good friend, my homie Maxwell Plains, he can get his citizenship, you know what I mean? His granddad's straight out of Italy, you know what I mean? But I was just that's my thing. Especially once I went to England and then I went to I did a couple of trips in Europe, And like I went to one thing I really liked is when I went to Ireland. And Ireland, Irish people are the best fucking people ever.
Really?
And they're the shit. I love Irish people. That's my favorite place to visit. And they were just like, there's anybody in Ireland, if there's anybody in America, because like in Chicago on the South Side, we got like a big Irish community here, and they always use that excuse to be racist. They'd be like, oh well, of course he's racist. He's Irish. So then I go to Ireland, least racist place in the whole world I've ever been to.
That's literally what I was gonna say. I'm scared to go to Ireland because I feel like I'm gonna be called a nigga 5 seconds until I walk in.
Yeah, exactly. Least racist place I've ever been to, literally in the whole world. Like I went to Belfast, and it was the only place I felt like I didn't get stared at. No one made any comment about me being black. And everyone was saying, thank you for visiting Belfast. You know what I mean? And it was just the sweetest people ever. And this one guy told me, he's like, if anyone uses uses being Irish to be racist, they're not really Irish. Because they know that Ireland has like a history of being prosecuted and being oppressed. And, it's the whole history of everything that happened with them in jolly old England, in the UK. So I thought that was really dope. But I'm just saying that speaking of like accents, because you don't really run into people with actual Irish accents in Chicago either.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've never heard an Irish accent. Like if I had I would probably be like how if I met an Irish person with an Irish accent in Jacksonville, I would probably act how Asian people act when black people go to like Japan or something. You know how like a black person goes and they just be like so infatuated? That's how I'll probably be with them.
Michael Jordan. I remember when I was in Cambodia and they didn't take pictures with me. I wasn't tall enough. But we was just doing it Professor D. I went with like the University of Chicago. Sorry, the University of Illinois at Chicago. And one of the professors was like 6'5". They always thought he was like so tall. And I just took pictures with him. I took all the pictures, actually, 4 of them of him. It was kind of crazy. No one took pictures with me. It was ridiculous.
How tall are you?
I depend on who asks. So my ID says I'm 5'11". So.
I'm about to say you don't look short. That's why I asked that.
I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure. I'm about 5'10".
Got you.
Hard 5'9.5". It depends if I'm wearing platforms.
All right.
You know what I mean? If I'm wearing platforms and I put my buttons up, I look like I'm 5'11". So.
You could definitely lie on your ID, because I definitely lied on my ID. They don't check.
Yeah, no, I tried to lie. She took the measurement and she still put 5'11", but I think she low key just had some love for me because I had with just one bun and it was like tall. I made sure I wrapped that bitch, made sure it was tall too. I was like, no, get the top of the bun too, sis. She's like, okay.
That's funny. Quick deviation from your current album that we're talking about, American Runs on Disco, with Terrace Martin. I do want to talk about him because that dude's like a musical like genius.
Mm-hmm.
And you, like you said, linking up with him, that is something that's like, all right, we're gonna put pause on this project I'm working on because I got you can't turn down working with Terrace Martin like that's that's special.
I think Terrace too was also the first person to like really be like when nobody was, you know what I mean? Like my manager and Terrace used to work together. There was a relationship there. But if you don't know anything about Terrace not doing nothing he don't want to do, right? And he's one of the most straight up people in the studio. The shit's whack. And for him to come, when I was like I was really young. Like I wasn't even like 22. I was like young. For him to come and be like, yo, let's come do this project together. I was like, wow, that's such a confident booster coming out of Chicago. Because in Chicago, we got like this is around the time when like I'm like the last little trickle down, you know what I mean? I feel of like, like that crazy golden era that just kind of happened like with Chance, Saba, Nick, No Name, and then it's like I'm like younger than all of them by a couple of years. So I feel like they were all kind of doing their thing, and I was still trying to figure out my thing. Mm-hmm. And if a Terrace would just come in and just be like, yeah, no, like you fucking sick, let's do this thing. It just solidified, like, kind of my confidence. But it also like everyone else was like, who the fuck is this random new kid with Terrace Martin? Yeah. And it was a really, really good look. And shout out to Terrace. That's why we're always homies to this day. You know what I mean?
That's hard.
Yeah, no, that was dope. Yeah, and we did all that shit in person too. That's another thing too with all the projects I've done. I've never sent Yellow Days, Terrace Martin, Chromeo, or a-trak an email ever. It's all in person. I don't even know a-trak and Chromeo's email or Terrace email. It's all in person. It's all in person. So
you think it's better that way?
I think it's better that way. I think it's more authentic. I think it's more of a story. I also think that's why like when people make like we make music and then we continue to have relationships with each other. It's not just like you sending me tracks and sending me stems. It's like we're in the room together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think though when when that does happen, you end up making so much music that you just gotta make it a project. You know, like I don't think me and Terrace, I don't think me and Terrace intended on it. Then we were like, fuck, it's EP. Like me and Yellow Days, I moved to London. We became like best friends, and then we made like 50 songs. So like we're still trying to figure out how to release this shit. All these songs that we got. So I think that it's more authentic that way. Yeah.
Nah, I agree.
So this is the first time. So this is the first project that I'm really putting out. Where like it's not none of them really are on this one intentionally, so that because it's kind of like I just wanted to just to be like something fresh and new that people haven't heard from like me. A little pop in my collar, a little bit more. The project was actually meant to come out before elections in November last year, but then there was some we was waiting on Empire to get some stuff done, figure some stuff out, so stuff got pushed back. But it still kind of makes sense. I was a little worried because I didn't want people to think this was a celebration of America. It's more of a critique, you know what I mean? This ideology that like disco was like this art form, this culture that was like rooted and created off black and brown resistance and joy and and just radicalism. Something what's the word I'm looking for. And if you think about when you look at disco, the first MCs that are DJing are the disco MCs. Then rap MCs see that, and then you get like DJs rap they're DJing and spinning records and turning them into hip hop records, and then they're doing the same thing that they're seeing the DJ Studio 54 do. It's also trickle down, It's also trickle down, and so the idea is just like I want America. What if America ran on this idea radical freedom and enjoy and things that are centered around resistance against conservative and authoritarian things. What if America ran on disco? That shit would be raw as fuck. What if America ran on disco? This is what the fuck it sound like if it's ran on motherfucking disco, nigga. And this is that's kind of exactly, this is essentially like a manifestation maybe. But unfortunately, things are looking pretty fucking right.
Yeah. No, it's funny to think that you putting this out after the election, that there's somebody listening to this like, damn, this nigga love America right now. This nigga love Trump. nigga, it'd be funny if nigga Trump come out to one of these songs doing this little Trump dance or whatever. And it's like,
but that's what I was also thinking of too, which I think is a hilarious thing that could possibly happen because we also had this thing where people listen to songs like Trump is coming out to Macho Man, which is literally a song created by a bunch of queer gay guys critiquing and laughing at straight homophobic dudes. Mm-hmm. It's coming out to YMCA, which is literally about gay sex. People looking up the YMCA. And there's no idea. So I think that that's another thing that could also be part of the story. I also remember I had just finished watching the whole Vince McMahon, which is a crazy thing to say that this inspired it, but the whole Vince McMahon, I guess mini series that they had. You see that mini docu series, and I was I saw he kind of created this whole persona on stage, and when we were younger, I was caught up in this WWE world. It was real to me, and I kind of was just thinking about that. What if I could create some sort of world within my own music? You know what I mean?
Wrestling with disco. That's interesting.
Or that, or to a point where people are America's not even really running on disco, but then not to the listeners, it's running on them. It's running on it to them or some shit like that. You know what I mean? They're living in some bubble that's maybe not real. So maybe it's escapism, maybe it's manifestation. Yeah. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's motherfucking fun. So.
Could you see yourself creating a theme song for a wrestler?
Fuck yeah. Shit. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I definitely do it. I'm trying to think. I feel like I probably got some theme song that I probably got something people could probably use already. I'm trying to think though. Could they use any songs? I mean, I could see like Bret Hart or somebody playing like They Can't Get Next to You or like something like that. One of the rappers that have like the sexy vibe, like Ric Flair playing some shit like "Come and Get These Disco Balls," that something like that. I probably had to take out the niggas because he can't have that. But everything else they can probably have.
I could see Shawn Michaels dancing to "Come and Get These Disco Balls." You know,
Yeah, with these disco balls. Because the people be like, "Oh shit, here he come!" It's like they're like, "No, no, wait, he's coming out! It's Shawn Michaels! He's coming out of nowhere with the oh my god! He's giving what's the little kick he had?
the freaking super kick, switchy music. But okay, I gotta ask you this then: who was your favorite growing up?
My favorite what?
Wrestler.
My favorite growing up,
Like your guy.
Scotty Too Hottie.
You're a Scotty Too Hottie guy.
Scotty Too Hottie.
I
feel
was
like
not expecting that.
the worm, bro. That shit was crazy. That man was going crazy.
No,
Scotty Too Hottie. I remember like I think everybody's favorite was like The Rock at some point, but then he just kind of just got oversaturated, which is crazy because I like The Rock. Sorry, The Rock. I like The Rock. He's cool, but I didn't like Batista that much. But now I like Batista now more than I like The Rock. Like the elevation of Batista is just fucking crazy. That nigga went hard. You know what I mean?
Batista's
he's like the best.
He's a legit good actor.
I was gonna say he's the best acting wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best acting wrestler, and for him to be like, you know what, I'm tired of like, I don't know how he got skinny. Like, I'm just like, did you know what I mean? Like, how does that happen? I've never seen somebody just get skinny. You know what I mean? He was just like, you know what, I don't want to be swole no more, so he just got skinny.
You know who got really skinny? And like the like when he first left WWE, The Rock got really skinny. There's like pictures of The Rock where he's like, let me find like a skinny Rock where he was doing the movies. Like when he kind of, it's like a picture I seen recently. This had to have been like 2000. I don't know what year this was, but he looked skinny.
How does that happen? Like I'm trying to figure out like do the muscles just go away, but the skin doesn't sag? Like I don't know.
Them niggas just, I don't know. Like them niggas just kind of stop eating, I guess. Like this is The Rock.
Yeah, bro. Like that's like I'm confused. Like this man looks like me, and then he just got buff again.
Yeah. you never seen those? I forgot what movie it was. You ever seen those? It's like 50 Cent did a movie where he was like he was like direly skinny. Like
oh yeah, but that's like getting really skinny. But he was like sagging though too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He looks sick. Yeah, he looks sick.
Yeah, The Rock isn't sagging. It's like he kind of like blew the air out of him, and then he just blew it back in. It's like what the hell? Like skin's still tight. Like I'm confused. Like how does this work?
You make a great point now that I think about it. Yeah, you make a good
like
point.
You ever seen like who's like these like these rappers or even like my pops is on the Ozempic.
Yeah.
Right? People that get on Ozempic that's big and then Ozempic and then they get like skinny. They get skinny, but then they still got the
Yeah.
But they don't. I don't know. Maybe because they were younger.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's figure it out.
I seen a girl one time. It's so random. I seen a girl one time. She was twerking, and you was like, okay, it's just a regular twerk video. Nigga, she pulled out an Ozempic shot and like shot the Ozempic in her butt while she was twerking, and I was like, "What's going on? This is next level right here." And yeah, I don't know. I just had to say that to somebody because I've never said it.
It's just some stuff that you see that and you be like, "Yeah, we're doomed." You know what I mean? We doomed. Yeah, it's like we doomed, bro. We doomed. Like this is who we gonna ask to have our back when we go into World War III. It's a wrap, dog. It's a wrap.
Yeah, she shot in her butt like a tetanus shot. I was like, this is crazy. I've never seen this before. It was wild. It
was crazy. Like they was like last. And that's the thing too, though, with everything that's going on with the war, that they've made so many dummies that they don't even need to have a draft, which I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
They got like at least about 20 million of them on point, ready to go. You know what I mean? ready to go. They're like, I know, I got motherfuckers. I was at some family party, and one of my homies was like, the other family member, one of the homies, he's just like, yeah, man, no, I volunteer if we go to war. I was like, you gonna volunteer for war? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right. I see you ain't read one fucking book on any war, huh? The majority of these niggas did not come back, Jack. These niggas did not come back.
You know, there's this one of my favorite movies ever. It's a movie called it's on Netflix. It's called It's called Quiet. All what is it? Quiet on All Quiet on the Western Fronts, and it's a war movie, and it's very fascinating. It's I think this is World War I, and I forget what country it is, but it's like a European country, and they're all turned to go to war. Like the young white kids, they're turned like, boy, we finna go to war. Like we finna like this finna be fun. And as the movie progresses, you slowly see that joy fade away, and they're like, "This is not what we thought it was gonna be." And like literally, almost almost everybody dies. That was like from the beginning of the movie, and it's very just like, damn, like you see these like 19, 18 year olds thinking they just finna like fight for the country, have fun. And they're like, we don't want to do this no more. I think what you're saying about like how you got so many like people turn to volunteer to go to war, I think that would slowly fade away if war actually happened and they seen like, oh, 10,000 people died today from America. It's like what? I think niggas start reading them numbers. They're gonna be
Well,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
And I think, unfortunately, it hates that that's to even get there because, we're talking about like 2,000 Palestinians just died, 2,000 people in Iran just died, motherfucker, Tel Aviv just got blew the fuck up,
Yeah.
and then everyone's just so disconnected, and it's even here though in Chicago too, like, gun violence is a real fucking issue,
Yeah.
like a big issue for like, especially for the majority of young people are dying from gun violence, and it's either school shootings or motherfuckers shooting each other, just shootings, whatever. So disconnected. This is like, oh man, this dude 3 blocks down from me got shot out of his car by a police officer. Damn, man, shit, wasn't me though, man. What the nigga do? Nothing. Like what?
Yeah.
Like no. And I think that historically that's like that's happened. The Confederacy really thought they was gonna win that war, bro. They really thought they was gonna win the war. And then the war ended with them fleeing back into the country. And then you got shit like Jones, like you see Jones Free State. Movies like that, they depict and show how like there's people were deserting, like war, and then they had to go find a few that's deserting war and kill them. Like it's just nothing. That none of that shit's pretty when it gets to that point. And I think that like there are like so many scholars, there are so many people that they can be putting on the news to convincing a lot of people that this is not what we want to do, but they're not doing that. They'll put in. What's his name? His fucking secretary, the blonde woman with the blue eyes. Yeah. Shut up! You need to get her out of here, bro. She's gonna get niggas killed.
What's her name? Like Pam Bondi? Is that her name?
Yes, bro. Yeah. I'm like, we need to get these people out of here, bro. It's not even like. First of all, we're not even just we couldn't even get y'all to understand like racism. Now we can't talk y'all out of like not wanting to be in a war. Like this is crazy. Like we really got some bona fide idiots in this bitch, bro. Like
you're not lying. I brought this up in an interview before, but it's just such a good movie. I gotta recommend it again. I got a movie recommendation for you. It's on YouTube, so you didn't even gotta have any streaming services to watch this. It's called CSA, Confederate States of America. It is a mockumentary about if the South won the war. And it is funny, it's informative, it's super interesting, and like it's shot like a real documentary, and you have like talking heads and historians talking about how the South won the war and what happened after it, and there's like commercial breaks in between, and the commercial breaks are like, it's like, did your slave escape? Get a like slave catcher, and it like shows like what like basically like this is what life would have been like if South won. Like these would have been a commercial we would have been seeing on TV. And like I said, it's funny, but it's informative because it's just very interesting. It's like, damn, this is super duper like interesting. So Confederate States of America, one of my favorite movies ever.
I gotta watch it. It's interesting though because sometimes I feel like it feels like I know this is a crazy contradictory thing to say, but feels like the South did win the war though sometimes. Yeah. Minus physically owning like human property. It feels like they did because it since like conservatism, like I think I would argue that like Richard Nixon or Lyndon B. Johnson was probably the last liberal president. Since then it's been super conservative. Yeah. Since then like the rising of like morality of people actually caring about black people's struggles in this country has went down since Martin Luther King died. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting to a point where, like, white people are like, on video, on podcasts, and saying, yeah, I say nigga all the time. And who what the fuck gonna do anything about it? And niggas do nothing about it. People do nothing about White people do nothing about the white people saying this word. They don't beat their ass. Nothing.
I just seen a
Like
video of a guy in the airport calling like a black guy the N word. I don't know if you saw that. And he was like, "Say it again," and he kept saying it. And he was like, "Wow, everybody, look!" He didn't beat him up or anything. He just kept saying like, "Wow, look at," and he didn't feel any fear. He was just like, "Yeah, nigger." He just kept repeating it.
just kept that shit pushing, bro. And nobody on the kept that shit pushing. Nobody on the plane did anything. Nobody's like nothing. I think that I think that like fascism's on the rise. Fascism's here. First of all, fascism's here. Capitalism is at an all-time high. I like to be a downer, guys, but I mean, what other than physically owning slaves, like what has the South really lost? They can still they have this weird history where like they still like somehow they mix and screw even with people in the North. You see Confederate flags on cars and shit in Wisconsin and shit, and like in South Illinois, like, oh, you what? Like, we didn't even win the history war. Like, it's like motherfuckers they still telling niggas lies about what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People up north having Confederate flags is crazy to me. I just want to say that's
the Confederacy was a terrorist group.
Yeah.
That went against the U.S. government, and people are celebrating it. You know what I mean? Like. Did they really lose? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, and then you look at like, the manifestation of like everything that like, slave owners wanted is now what we have as a president. Yeah. And what we probably had as a president before him. You know what I mean? Like these things that like the people that are continuously like protecting property over human lives at any rate.
Yeah.
And protecting like top dollars over like actual struggling like human beings that are working and continue and making the country run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
America runs on working class people. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, it would be better if it was ran on disco, But
yeah, it would be better if it was ran on disco.
But it's ran on, like you said, like racism and all type of just like hatred and bigotry.
Yeah, you go to London. That's one thing I love about London. In London, everybody fucking is having a party, having a great time. They're going to the pubs. London, damn near run on disco. The businessmen are getting fucking lit after fucking work, having a great time. They're not fucking. That's just like there's fascism. There's maybe some conservative, whatever. But that's literally not majority of the country, especially after like they had that really bad Brexit vote. Like you like being like a Tory. Is what they call like the conservatives over there. It's not you can't just be out. That's not a cool thing. People are like you probably get beat up in a pub for being a Tory. You know what I mean? What they call them Ians and Liams. No, like like here it's like lit. You become famous for being a raging racist. You can become famous for being a raging like Islamophobia. 10 points. You get more. You get that. And if you're xenophobic, you're even getting more. They give you more money because like everybody all around, even poor people are xenophobic, which makes no fucking sense. Yeah. So it's like, that's my rant.
No, I feel you. I feel you. But you're not wrong.
I'm here to just say America should run on discounts.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Like I said, this album, if America not sounded like this album, but if America reflected this album, America might be a better place. You know what I'm saying? Like if America looked in the mirror and it saw this album, you know what I'm saying, we might be cooking on something. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, we not cooking on anything. And it's funny because before we get out of here, since you went on a rant, I kind of want to go on a rant on my own. Is that fine? And I want your take on this. Yeah. This is my. You ever see the meme where it's like the one friend that's too woke? Mm-hmm. This might be the one friend that's too woke like take right here. I'm curious how you feel about this. I actually think people have been overdoing 9/11 jokes to the point where people are desensitized to like, hey, it was like a bunch of people that like died for real like that day. Like I look at it in a sense where it's like, are we gonna be making like Sandy Hook jokes and like you know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, well, we already are. Yeah. People are definitely overdoing it. I mean, shit is odd. It should never even be done, which is crazy. It should never even be done. But it's like people are already making jokes about how Iran's gonna just like shoot missiles at us.
Yeah.
And like being like, well, don't take me first. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like what? Like, what are you? What are you serious? This. So when you hear that, like a missile went off, that we shot a missile to Iran, that's what comes to their head. It's like, let me make a joke about it.
Yeah.
Uh, silly fucking cunts. Like what? Fucking hell! Like this is crazy. I think. Yeah, it should never be no like 9/11 jokes. If it's any 9/11 jokes, the joke should be about how I don't know Bush persuaded a whole bunch of people to willingly go into the army and start a war on terror when we got all these fucking poor people here that need fucking help. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and there should be some sort of comedic joke about that because that shit, it just really didn't help nobody in the world. That anything that like that happening, and everything that came after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of being like, I'm not even gonna go into conspiracy. Instead of being like, damn, what are we doing to the world to make motherfuckers want to just come and just you know what I mean? There's not that though. It's like, oh no, y'all wrong, and it's weird because like when you're growing up and like I'm an abolitionist, so like you know, prison abolitionist means I don't believe that imprisonment of any sort of kind really helps society. Yeah. It's always like, damn, okay, how did we get to this point though? You know what I mean? How do we get to this point? How can we not get to this point again? And then you know, we give somebody a chance again, and then you might have to do like maybe not like exile, but maybe some separation from the community for a little bit. You gotta go figure this out. Whatever. Okay, cool. You're doing, and then my thing is you're doing too much. Then it's to the point. Okay, well, you're doing too much. We need to end this. You know what I mean? Like you're like. But I think there's so many steps before you get there. I don't know.
Wait. So you believe in like, if a nigga messing up too much, we just need to kill a nigga? That's interesting. Nigga said, "Fuck prison. We need this nigga need to die."
I think that people get like abolitionists. I mean, I don't know. I don't speak for all abolitionists, but I feel like they get that confused with like being super duper peaceful people. I think they like.
I wasn't expecting that. You're right, because I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't expect you to say that.
Yeah, because I think people think they like, oh, like we're just some like weird pushovers. It's like no, abolitionists also think that like you should fight back against it's fight back against oppressors physically. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just like if there was like. That like we're not telling people to be like not have self defense and not do this and not do that, but like I don't think we need to be spending time and figuring out why there's a Jeffrey Dahmer. You know what I mean? I just think we just need to get rid of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah,
and we don't need to make him famous.
See, when you said send him away for a little bit, I thought you meant like every time they do a crime, just like maybe put them in like a little mental facility or something for a little bit. I wasn't expecting you to be like, nah, how about we just get this nigga out of here?
I just think I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I hear you.
Something I proposed. I just think that like we're like. I think it's crazy because if you really think about it, because people talk about prisons and everything, they talk about the Dahmers, right? That's like less than 0.5% of people in prison. Yeah. Majority of people that are way in prison for tens of thousands of years, or not thousands, but like tens of thousands, but like football jersey numbers and shit. You know what I mean? Oh man, yeah, this nigga smacked his little cousin, and then he went and like stole somebody's car and ran into a tree.
Yeah.
He got 5 to 15. What? Yeah. Hold on, wait a minute, wait, what?
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? Or like we think that this dude shot and killed this guy because we got a witness that just said it. We don't know. But he black, he probably did that shit.
Yeah.
We're gonna give him 20 years. He gotta do 10 of them before he get parole. What? Hackers, shit like that. But like a majority of people in prison are for like non-violent crimes. You know what I mean? Like shit that's like, he robbed somebody or he broke something at a jewel or he's doing drugs and he can't stop. You know what I mean? It's like why are we sending drug addicts to prison?
Yeah.
Or he's poor. So he's doing shit because he's poor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just think, I don't think there's not a lot of people in prison with like, there's especially in Cook County, like there's not a ton of folks in there that are just like bipolar and just tripping out and something. No, I think like there are people in there that are victims of systems, but then also like there are people that also do commit crimes too. But I don't think that the goal is to just throw all of them away. And if that was the goal, then there would be a lot more white people in prison.
Yeah. Hey, I think that's a perfect way to wrap this up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On that note right there. If you got anything else to say to the people watching, man, the floor is yours.
No, man. I'm just gonna say, just go America, go listen to America. Should run on disco. Um, um, if you're watching this anywhere, let me know. We'll come to your city. I am coming. I'm doing another. I'm doing a show. I'm doing a tour in Europe actually that we're announcing today,
Okay.
in October. So pull up. I need to go to Jacksonville, Florida. I've never been to Jacksonville,
Okay.
so when I get down there, I'll let you know. I used to have a lot of friends in Jacksonville. I went to school at Clark Atlanta for a little bit. So
Gotcha.
yeah, so I ran cross country and track and field there. So
Oh,
I used to have like one of my roommates was actually from Jacksonville. So yeah.
got you. Athletic nigga, man. I would say he's around track and field, man. What you did?
Yeah, huh?
What you did in track and field?
I ran the 5K.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I ran 3 mile. I ran 3.1 mile
That
race.
boy
Yeah.
got stamina, man. I need to get like you, bro. My stamina suck right now. I need to get. Okay, how? What would be your advice to like work on cardio and stamina?
Oh man, I would just say do it. Like literally, I know it sounds so head ass, but people, everyone always thinks it's shit you like eat that's gonna help your cardio and all that. No, bro, I be eating McDonald's and shit, bro. Like no, like sorry. I do not support the IDF, but every now and then, that shit came out. My bad. Shit. I might have had McDonald's.
Nigga told on himself.
I'm told all myself. Fuck, my bad. When y'all see me, it's on site. I understand. Take me out.
Oh my god.
I'm a walking fucking contradiction. But no, like I just do it every day. Do it every day, and then sometimes like try to do it longer. One thing that do help though, for real though, is drinking water and not drinking pop. You know what I mean?
Soda.
Not drinking pop and not like sparkling water, like not that, but like legit, like shit with a lot of sodium and just like a lot of sodium and stuff like that. That kind of and sugar. That shit slows me down the most. But everything else, no, don't slow me down.
All right. Hey man, y'all boys go get on that Essentia. I'm not sponsored. Hey, you nigga need this, bro. This water so good. I don't know if you ever had this before. It's super smooth, super duper smooth.
No, I gotta get. I be getting that $3 shit at Walmart. So I get the good shit, man.
That's hilarious. Hey, for everybody watching, I appreciate y'all. Until next time, I say what I mean. I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, and y'all holler at your boy.